Welcome to the Imagine Not Being Leeds.
Imagine not being Leeds, not feeling this pain, not dancing through thunder, not walking through rain. Imagine not rising with fists in the air when the world turned its back and no one would care. We've lived in the ashes, we've drowned in defeat, but still we stand proud on our battered old feet. Imagine not loving with all that you are. Imagine not being Leeds.
We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
We do love you, Leeds. Come on, who's nervous? I'm chuffing nervous. I'm going to have to put my nervous hat on. Let's put an hat on. Which is, I go for Garforth Whites today. We're representing the best branch in the business, the Garforth Whites. Oh, I'm nervous. How's everyone feeling? There's just such a contrast, isn't there, in Port Vale at home, Arsenal away, Southampton at home, Man City away. There's such a contrast. It's so difficult. You know, I get asked all the time, Matty, do you think Leeds are going to win the FA Cup? Matty, do you think Leeds can get to Wembley? It all depends on the draw. It is the luck of the draw, that funny old saying. Anyway, welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds. I hope everyone's had a decent-ish Monday. I haven't been able to stop thinking about this all day. There's 141 people already in building. Thanks so much for tuning in. Smash me a like, get more people in the room, and let's do this together as a community. Leeds in the FA Cup quarterfinals, absolutely spectacular. Haven't done it for 20 plus years, and we are in the hat. And ball number 4, as you can see on the screen, Southampton, ball number 1, wouldn't mind them. Ball number 2, Port Vale, would certainly not mind them. Number 3, Man City, avoid at all cost, ball collector. Number 4, obviously ourselves. Number 5 is the Arsenal, please avoid. 6 and 7, Liverpool and 6 sevens, sorry, kids. Liverpool and Chelsea, not the end of the world if it's a home draw especially, but yeah, would ideally like to avoid them too. Then obviously the game tonight, West Ham versus Brentford, which, yeah, would be a favourable tie too. So these 4 sides we want to avoid really, but a main 2 in my opinion, and 3 sides that we would welcome, home or away really. So yeah, let's get into it. The room is busy already, 230 of you fine folk. So we'll get through as many comments as we can and we'll get through it. Please give us Port Vale or Southampton. Yes, I mean, I'd love to beat Southampton. I'd love to beat them. Knock them out. Although we don't have a great record against Southampton. Farker. It was mainly the Russell Martin vibe, not really Southampton themselves. But I hope everyone's great anyway. I hope everyone's in good spirits, and I hope we end this stream on good spirits too. Hey up, Tezza. Anyone at home but not Arsenal, always the shepherd, never the sheep. Always, Sean. Always. Be at home, man. Exactly, my mate. How you doing, Joseph? Evening all, says Top Banana as always. Not bothered who we get, just want a home draw. Really, Top Banana? Not bothered at all? Not bothered? You're not asked if it's Arsenal or Port Vale at Ellen Road? Come on now. You can't kid a kidder. You cannot kid a kidder. Kyle Waters, I don't care who we get, bring on all Leeds out we. Come on, my mate. Cheers, buddy. And tickle those likes, much appreciated. Bremner's Ghost, evening all. Draw already made. It is Arsenal. Don't give me that Norway Whites. Do not give me that. How's our luck today? Port Vale at Ellen Road, anyone? Yeah, I mean, that'd be great. I mean, I wouldn't mind Port Vale away, to be fair. One of my mates at Garforth Whites, one of my good mates, Danny, would like a trip to Port Vale, but the pitch looked very poor against Sunderland. It's definitely a bit of an equaliser, isn't it? A bit of a leveler when it's a poor pitch at these smaller grounds. So, yeah, ideally Ellen Road. Whoever we get, ideally Ellen Road for me. Leeds progression to the FA Cup quarterfinal is not just a tactical triumph, but it's a financial boom. Winners in the 5th round earn a whopping 238,500 squidleys, which brings the total from the FA Cup to 487k. Cheers for that information, Tezza. Always got some little nuggets there, mate. Appreciate it, buddy. Evening, Matty. Was great. Being back at Ellen Road yesterday, was up in L44 East, up a great view of the whole pitch. Yeah, I think I was L37, mate, so we're up there with you, just other side. But yeah, it's a great view from East Upper. Atmosphere wasn't great yesterday, but I didn't expect it to be. With it being a cup game and with it being Norwich and with it being sort of expecting to sort of win, sometimes it isn't, a crazy atmosphere. It didn't need to be. Very professional performance. Wasn't spectacular by any means, but nice to see us have a bit more of a go than we have done of late and get through with comfortable ease, really. Minutes in players' legs. No problemo really yesterday. Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and we've got a chance. Yeah, I mean, first names one. Arsenal, City, get done. That would be nice. Hi, mate. Watch out. I've got it on YouTube, mate. So if you type in TNT Sports on YouTube and look at the live section, it's sat right there, pal. Oh, it's on TNT Sport. There you go. It doesn't matter who we get in the next round as long as it's a home and Farker leaves the players that got us here in the team. Yeah, it's still easy. I still think it matters. I mean, I understand people go, it's okay, you know, we'll take on whoever. Of course we will. You know, we're going to have to play the fixture regardless. Don't matter who we play, does it? But it does matter who we play, doesn't it? It really does. You know, we can say, let's have an attacking side, get Pito on, Tanaka, Nonto, and Dan James. You know, the likelihood is it's going to be a tough game against City and Arsenal. So it does matter. Let's hope it's a favourable one because, you know, to get to Wembley will be fantastic. And I know to win the competition, to win any competition, you've got to play the best sides. And, you know, I'm well averse to that. I get that. And, you know, to win it, to get to a final, you know, I would assume if we're getting a favourable tie now, we're probably going to play a big boy in semis anyway. But this is a chance to get to the semis, to play at Wembley. Yeah, the semi-final, you don't lift the trophy. But, you know, for us, this is why I think the semi-final at Wembley is a good thing for sides like Leeds United. It's not ideal in terms of as a competition. I think it definitely dilutes the final a little bit, you know, back to back, semi and final don't really need it. But I think for the sides that don't regularly get to the final, I think it makes sense. And, you know, we're really excited now because we're only one game, 90 minutes away from Wembley, which is fantastic, as opposed to maybe drawing a difficult game now and going out in the quarterfinal stage. You know, it gives us that opportunity to really dream of going to Wembley. And we know, you know, we've had it hard at Wembley over the years, but it'd be a fantastic to get there in any capacity, wouldn't it? Hey up, Angela, as always. How are you doing? Hope you've had a good day. Hi, Matty in chat. Hope you're well. Come on, draw. Be kind to us. I mean, do you deem the draw so far has been kind to us? Because I kind of do. You know, 3 lower league oppositions, but it's sort of not been the easiest to draw. Is it 3 sort of middle at road championship sides? Norwich in really good form, and obviously Birmingham and Derby sort of mid-table. So, you know, we haven't had any League 1, League 2 sides, and 2 of them have been away from us. I don't think it's been the easiest to run, but we haven't had a Premier League side yet. So, we've been fairly lucky. Can we avoid another Premier League side when there's, 5 of them in there? Tough. MLT, Matty, we'll get a home draw. Let's hope so, Michael. Let's hope so. Just avoid the Arse and the City would be nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give you my prediction now. My prediction of who we draw is, and jinx it, I don't think we get Port Vale or Southampton, and let's hope I'm right. Let's hope I'm wrong, sorry. Let's hope I am wrong with that. My score prediction, I'm usually way off. I don't think it's going to be City or Arsenal, but I think it might be a Liverpool or a Chelsea. I've just got a feeling we're going to get one of the bigger sides in the draw, but we'll see. We'll see. Not enthusiastic about possible 2 trips to Wembley. Oh, Roger, I am. Give me 2 trips to Wembley. I'm skint, but give me them. I'll find a way. Just not. Yeah, that's the hardest one, David. That is the hardest one. You know, that's the one we got spanked 5-0 in. Evening, Mr. Handsome. How you doing? Also, yeah, you're quite handsome yourself, pal. I get that. When does it start? It's on for 7:05. I don't know if that's when they start drawing or if that's when the programme comes on. But yeah, still probably about 20 minutes yet. No worries, easy. No worries, pal. Sometimes your comments are a bit depressing, but it is what it is, pal. Hit those likes, guys. Cheers, Dave. Appreciate that. Ball number 4 against ball number 2. Is that what you're wanting? Please, no spoilers before Matt gets to the draw on his stream. Says all boxed up. The big 4 will be kept apart. Yeah, maybe. Got to be Port Vale. Yeah, well, it don't have to be Marcus, but that's what we're hoping for. That is what we're hoping for. Do me a favour, everyone. 125 likes, 483, approaching 500 people in room. You know me, I don't get these many numbers very often, so I'm a bit startled. But yeah, smash me a like. Please subscribe if you're new here. Much appreciated. I would love that. Thank you very much. Honestly, it's fine, mate. Don't worry about it. It's just an intro, pal. It's just an intro, and I get so many people saying they like the intro that comment don't really bug me, pal. But yeah, don't worry. Just turn it down and fast forward. There's no need to mention it. It's just an intro to a channel, pal. It's not that deep, pal. Matty, I haven't gotten a draw wrong, so it's Arsenal home against Leeds. Sorry. Oh, why have you... Patrick, no. Evening, Matty. Here we go. Hey up, Nige. Hope you're good, my friend. Calgary calling. Hey up, Paul. Matty, lunchtime here. Chelsea at home. Get into them. It's funny, all these predictions. Obviously, we all want Port Vale. Don't care what anyone says. But yeah, I've got a feeling it could be Chelsea or Liverpool. I fancy another crack at home to City. We were cheated against it. Yeah, we were cheated, but just because, we've been wronged before doesn't mean it's going to go right for us this time, does it? So, knowing our luck, we'll get Man City. Hey up, June. Evening all. Home draw and a non-Premiership team. Hey up, matey. How you doing, Ash? Ganging. I'm quite chilled about it. It's either going to be poo or good. No in between. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah. I mean, you could argue West Ham or Brentford's in between, but then again, it'd still be a good draw, wouldn't it? So, yeah, you may be right with that one. At least Jordan in the draw. Yeah, John, we are, mate. We are. It was an absolute shocking defeat for you guys at Port Vale. Absolutely shocking. Yeah, well, we had a good trip to Anfield last time, 0-0. But a decent performance. The time's a draw. Just after 7, mate. Dazzler. Hey up, Matty. Good chat as always, bruv. Let the big four play each other. Leave the rest to us. Love that. Jeff, cheers, mate. Evening, Matty. Hope you have had a good day. Yeah, it's been all right, mate. Not been too bad. Been grafting as usual. But yeah, been at Notre Dame College doing a bit of cabling works. Happy with a home draw. Come on, Leeds. Port Vale home or Chelsea at home would be easiest. Chelsea at home and easiest, is it? Honestly, I kind of do think we'll met the semis as long as it's not the big two. I do think we can beat, even if they are away, if it's Chelsea or Liverpool away, the likelihood is we'll be the underdogs. The likelihood is we go out. But I do think there's something in this side. And unfortunately for us, we're only if we beat Sunderland or been maybe 3 or 4 points higher up the table, maybe we'd have had more. I don't know, a little bit like Sunderland with losing to Port Vale. It hurt them more going out because they're safe and they could put all their eggs in the FA Cup basket. And the fact they went out hurt them. There'll be a lot of Leeds fans if we do go out, whether we play. They'll be like, fair enough, bigger fish to fry. But by the time that FA Cup game comes along, we could be more than 3 points clear. There's every chance we are. West Ham have got City coming up, so yeah, I do hope we can stretch from 3 points, to maybe 4 or 6, hopefully, or even more. Heaven forbid, before we play the FA Cup tie, just to sort of give us a bit more breathing space. I really want us to focus on the FA Cup. I really do. Obviously, like I say, it's always draw dependent, but you get through that. You get an all right favourable tie. You get through that into the semi-final, and it's anyone's ball game in a semi-final. It really is. Good to see you back, Mike. Andy, I'm never too far away from jumping on here with you, fine folk. I'm never too far away. You know that. I love it too much. Absolutely love it too much. No, I didn't know. Peter Hodgson, greetings, mate. Love that you and your lad and dad vlog. Come on, yeah. Cheers, mate. Anyone who hasn't seen, who likes watching a match day vlog, go check out yesterday's vlog from me and Theo. Dad and lad. Hugo and Brentford won the ballot in East Upper L45. I'm not currently, but I'll be trying to get a ticket, mate. I'll get one. I didn't get one in ballot. I missed out as well in queue. You know me, I go for every game, but I tend to find a way. Refresh. I'm really good at track and field as a kid, so I keep going until I get one. I want us to draw Liverpool at home. Don't want away to Arsenal or City. I find it mad when anyone says the want Liverpool or a Chelsea or even though it's at home, I get that. I find it mad that anyone would wish for that when you've got some, a lot more favourable ones. I've had enough of Arsenal too, yeah. Sick of them. Absolutely sick of them. Use a 6-5-7-4. How you doing, mate? If we draw Arsenal or City, do we put a full force team out to go for it or throw it and focus on the league? I think you still put a full team out. I mean, they may. So far, we've seen a bit of a FA Cup team, haven't we? Some fringe players play, which you don't mind. But I do think, when you get to a quarter-final, even if it is a big hitter, there's every chance they may leave 1 or 2 out. Arsenal and City going for the title if it's one of them two. You've got others going for Europe. So will they focus on the FA Cup? I would assume your Liverpools and your Chelseas probably would. That's going to be a massive incentive for them too. Maybe if it's City or Arsenal, they might rest a couple and maybe give us a little bit of a chance if we did go full strength. But yeah, I do think we've got enough to get past on us day. Like I say, we've competed with most teams. Arsenal's the one that sticks out as the only side really that we've been it's like we've, not even in a different page or a different book, a different library, a different postcode when we played Arsenal. For me, we were poor in both games, below our standards. Don't get me wrong, we haven't put us best foot forward playing Arsenal this season, which is probably the biggest letdown. But they're the only side really that have sort of slapped us up and made us look silly. So I would like to avoid them. City, we've been very unlucky in both games, but still, don't mean we'll do them on third go. All these glory hunters now getting excited. What happened to Constantine? Go on, Kevin. Come on. I love it. I love it. Now, it is what it is, isn't it? We all get excited. We all want Leeds to do well. But yeah, a lot of people a couple of rounds ago, you know me, Kevin, I said from day dot, before the Derby game, I want to go deep into FA Cup. I love it. And everyone, you got to prioritise. And I understand it. I understand. We live in a world now where finishing 17th in the Premier League and losing week in, week out is more important than winning silverware and getting European football via the Cup. It's sad, but that's the world we live in now. You know, the beast, the money, the business in football. It's all about staying in the Premier League, and each spot's worth another couple of million quid. So it is what it is. The FA Cup isn't what it was in terms of, in sort of the football calendar. I love it. I loved it as a kid, and I still do. So I put a lot more on it than a lot of people do. But obviously, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But it's something I've said all along, Kevin. I used to get pelted, not pelters, but there were a lot of people go, no. I remember coming on here before Derby and going, I tell you what, if we get to Wembley, don't be getting no tickets. It'll be easier to get tickets for Wembley, then won't it? Because nobody wants them, because nobody's asked. So a funny little joke I said, mate, back then. So yeah, I'm with you on that one, buddy. Yeah, I think we all are, Andy. I think we all are. Tickle those likes. Thanks so much, Top Banana. 182 likes already after only 16 minutes. Honestly, thanks so much for tuning in. 670 people. Pushing for records again here by the looks of it. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning into this jellyhead on this Monday night. Just after 7, my mate. I would rather win the FA Cup than stay up. Wow, you're the first person I've seen say that, Star. First person I've seen say that. I'm not in that realm, but why can't we do both? Sound boring, but I keep saying it. We can do both. I don't want to see the side that lost to Sunderland ever again. Well, I think you're going to, Easy. You're probably going to, aren't you? Especially in games against sides we're going to try and hold out against. I think you're going to see that. Home draw for the fans, yeah. I mean, we don't get home draws very often, do we? We really don't. So yeah, let's hope we get another home draw. And it's nice, saw loads of people yesterday who said they don't normally get to games. It was lovely to sort of see more people have opportunity to get to games and take the kids and stuff. I took our Theo, which was brilliant. It's not something that happens a lot really in terms of getting my son there. So FA Cup offers me a chance to sort of do that. If we get one of the big ones, there is no place for sentiment at this stage of the cup. We will need the best lineup for the match. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a couple of stipulations in there what I don't mind when you look at, Perry in goal. I don't mind Perry playing over Darlow. I don't want to get to a point though where you have got like an FA Cup side where, if it's semi-final or final, you end up bringing in Tanaka and Pirou. I don't really want to get that. At some point, you've got to take it serious, and I think we're at that point now, especially if it's a decent level of opposition. Blue Moon, let's hope not. Arsenal away live on a Monday night. I think it's going to be Chelsea or Liverpool. That's my prediction, everyone. That is my prediction. I think Chelsea or Liverpool. I think we're going to. Yeah, I don't think we're going to miss some of the bigger sides, but South Stanley, come on, Leeds. Let's get a good draw. I hate the fact the semis are at Wembley. Like I say, I do really. When you look at it, I would not put my hand up and vote for it to be that way. But because we're in a quarter final right now, I'm happy. It's a semi-final at Wembley. Because we may get to a semi, we may not get to the final, and there'll be somebody, there's obviously 2 teams that do that. And if one of those sides is a side that doesn't get to Wembley very often, then fair play. And I tell you what, if we get to the final, I ain't going to moan about going to Wembley twice in a month. I ain't going to moan about that at all. I've been to Wembley once in my life to watch Leeds play. It didn't end very well. So, yeah, at least if we get to Wembley twice this year, at least it means we've won one of them, eh? Yeah. Nah, I'm a traditionalist too, mate. I agree. But right now, don't want to wear it. Yeah, I'm somewhere like that with you, Joseph. 901 people, record viewers, record numbers is for me. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm sweating a bit, I won't lie. My palms are sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit. I can't even believe I know that bit. Nice to see so many in the chat. Yeah, Top Banana, it's a bit crazy, but thank you so much. Smash a like on the video, smash a like on the stream. Subscribe if you're new here. Yeah, plenty of content on this channel. Absolutely loads. If you don't know us, get to know us. I seem to recall when Spurs won the cup with Paul Gascoigne, he scored a brace in a semi at Wembley. I used to love Paul Gascoigne, great player. One of those players who I hold high regard, even though he didn't play for Leeds. Absolutely loved him. Southampton incoming for the Champo team, and it'd be class. Boss Nass, my mate Boss Nass, that would be class. Do wish the FA Cup got backed, bracketed, sorry, at this point. Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal on one side. Yeah, that'd be nice when it just split us off. You sort off over there. None of you guys. Yeah, just after 7, I think, mate. 7:05, it says it starts on my screen, pal. West Ham or Brentford. What time does that kick off? Is it 7:30 or 8? Leeds versus Port Vale, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. That's the dream scenario, Rune. That's the dream scenario. Thanks so much, Random Yorkshireman, with his super chat. Much appreciated, my mate. You're a good one. You're a star. Evening, mate. Just off to work. Let's hope for the best. Hope you have a good shift, mate, wherever it is you are and whatever you're doing. I assume you're in Yorkshire, but you never know. Maybe you've ventured away, but you're still a Yorkshireman at heart. But thanks so much for your super chat, mate, and tuning in. And I hope your night shift, I suppose, goes well, pal. My Vale v Southampton on our ploughed pitch will do for me. Very ploughed, mate. Very ploughed. Danny Dovey, there he is. Look, away day. I tell you what's irking me. My mate Sean Carney, Mr. Wilco Whites, he gets married the weekend of the quarterfinal. And I've been to every round so far with my little boy, and this is a good luck token. So, Danny, if it ends up where our game's on the Saturday and I cannot go, somebody's got to take half of you. Somebody's got to take half of you. I just want to shout out as well. I've just hit 1,000 viewers in the stream. That's never happened. 1,016 people watching. It's about 400 more than I've ever had it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Stick with us. We'll have a good old natter when draws on. When after draw, we'll react to it and we'll see how everyone's feeling. But yeah, that's thanks so much for everyone for the support. I really, really appreciate it. Then leave one of the big four that's left in it with us for the final. But he's to hoping and one can dream. One can dream. And I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming. Wembley. Come on, Leeds. Come on. Whoever's fondling them balls, pull the right one out for Leeds United, please. Please. Nothing to fear, but fear itself, unfortunately. Fark is a coward. Oh, easy. We don't need that today, mate. We don't need that, pal. We don't need it. Warm and cold balls in that draw. The FA's corrupt. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got a feeling it's going to be West Ham or Brentford away. I mean, considering what it could be, I'd take it. I'd take it. I really would. I'd rather play West Ham or Brentford away than Arsenal or City at home. In an ideal world, the big teams play the big teams and we get Southampton or Port Vale. Yeah, that is an ideal world, Cappy Jr., 100%. Joe Donahue. Hi, Matty. I predict Arsenal, Port Vale. That'd be so annoying, wouldn't it? City or Southampton. Man City versus Port Vale or Southampton. Liverpool, West Ham or Brentford. Chelsea, you've heard of the hot ball cop. Yeah, I've heard of it, yeah. Let's hope that's not a thing. Leeds. Yes, Trevor. Matty, top man. Tell your friends and family about Matty's channel. Always top quality. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for that, Nigel. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy, this. Massive love from me to you guys. 1,150 people in chat. Mental. The draw is 7:05. We're almost there. About 10 minutes away, and we should know our fate. Please keep the comments positive, people, says my mate Mike. Does Robbie Williams spot? He was from Stoke, wasn't he, Roger? Maybe he does, though. I'm sure he was Stoke, man. Chris Bagnall. Where is Chris Bagnall? Have I missed his comment? Chris Bagnall's my mate, my son's mate's dad. He plays football. I've missed his comment. If you're in Bagnall, he's a Liverpool fan. On calling Nottingham, Matty. Give me a good draw. On and on. Roll on Palace Sunday. Yeah, you'll have a good one at Palace, mate. I'm gutted I can't join you. Evening, Matty, and all. Hey up, arse ripper. Hope you're good. Did you go to Notre Dame, Donna? Did you? I was there today working, doing a bit of graft there, pulling in some cables. But yeah, we're in Notre Dame today. Sunderland match against Port Vale was so bad, made me sick. Lol. But being a narrative for Sunderland all year, struggling to score goals. Yeah, it has. I mean, not to score against bottom league one's pretty poor in it, but yeah, you're having a good season regardless. Probably would have been huge to have healthy against Port Vale. Yeah, of course he would. Of course he would. Matty, what's Pirro lacking to survive in the Prem apart from his physicality? Pace and physicality. I think he lacks both, and I think that's massive in Premier League. To not be quick or physically imposing as a striker, I think it's tough. Hi, first time on your show. Thanks, Mickey. Come back, mate. Come back. Get subscribed, and yeah, come back, mate. Much appreciated. You've been in building, Mickey. I can get you Brentford, Matty. Good stuff. If Leeds and Sunderland combine their best 11, where do you think they'd be in the table? Probably about where you are, to be fair. Probably about where you are. You would be uncontrollable, Matt, if we get to Wembley in the final. Like a kid. Honestly, I was there in 72 when we won class that edit. Honestly, the memories you've got from being able to do that when you know back in the good old days. But yeah, I would be. You should have seen me when we got beat. You know, I remember Southampton, right? Went to the final. I ain't even joking when I say if someone would have taken a photo of where the Leeds fans were half an hour after full time, I was a singular Leeds fan still sat there. I was sat on my own right near the top and I watched everything from Southampton and I felt sick, but I could not. Some people couldn't get out quick enough because we'd lost. I just wanted to absorb it, and because my dream was never to see Leeds win at Wembley. My dream was just to see Leeds play at Wembley, and I had that, and it ended horribly. It did, but it was still an amazing experience, and the opportunity is there now to get 2 Wembley trips in. I won't be greedy. We'll take one for now. But yeah, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable if we get there. Good evening. Been waiting for this. Love your intro, by the way. Thanks, David. Much appreciated. Not everybody does. It's not for everyone, but I'm glad you like it, David. Cheese wedge yesterday. Atmosphere was mint. It always is in there, and Grant. It's still the only section I've not been in at Ellen Road. Not managed to get into. I've been right butt up against it in family stand, literally up against the wall, and it's decent. But yeah, Leeds Port Vale, Matty. Honestly, I'm going to go off if it's Port Vale. I am going to go off. I like scoring a goal. Come on. Right, this is just ridiculous now. 1.5 thousand people watching, 1,500 people watching. Smash me a like, subscribe. Much appreciated you tuning in to watch this jellyhead chat about Leeds United and see who we get in the next round of the FA Cup. Everybody's interested. Everyone's happy that Leeds won yesterday. 3 goals, easy win, no sweat, light work, and we move on to hopefully a favourable tie. But yeah, honestly, crazy. 399 likes. Thanks so much. Smash a like. Bang that subscribe button for a lot more content. You won't be disappointed, I don't think. We'll see. Oh, Matty, how are you doing, Andy? You're not too late today. You normally come as we're finishing. Come on, you Leeds. Cheers, Amanda. FA Cup, best cup in the world. Yeah, I agree with that, Astrid, but 100%. 100%. It'll be any minute, Weeder. Good evening, Colin. I hope you're good, my mate. As a normal member, how hard will it be to get a ticket for Wembley? To Wembley for semis? Never bothered for playoffs. Had a feeling we'd be playing. But I think it'll come down to, if I'm honest, how many games you've been to maybe at Ellen Road. There might be you've got to have done 10 home games on your membership to guarantee a ticket. Potentially, Blakely, I'm not too sure. I think for the final, the championship playoff final, I think it was 15 home games, which I just got into, but I'm not too sure. But they're going to be rocking horse shit out there, let's be fair. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited just for anticipation of it happening, and only be 90 minutes away. Leeds always your ass. Oh, look at this, Bowie. Liverpool Bowie fan. Leeds Bowie fan. Sorry, look at that. Bowie. Where are we? Can't see it. Bowie. Ziggy Stardust guitar. Big Bowie fan. Me. My mum brought me up on him. I went to Sheffield last time we were in the quarters. Gutted that day. Southampton at home. For me, yeah, I'd take that Bowie every day a week. I'm buzzing. Make sure you subscribe. A Leeds Bowie fan. I take that every day a week. I'm with you. I'm thinking Liverpool away, my gut. That's where my gut is. I won't lie. Carol, hiya, new to the channel. Come on, we want Port Vale at home, please. We do, Carol. You read my mind, love. You read my mind. Thank you. All the new people tuning in. Smash a subscribe. on the channel. It'd be much appreciated. Much love to each and every one of you. Roscoe, Wembley. Too early. Too early. Nope, please don't. Port Vale, they'd be buzzing with Port Vale. Port Vale are in a great space now, aren't they? Because regardless, they're going to get a decent tie for them now, aren't they? They'll be open for an away day. Whoever they get really, it's a good one. Probably they want to avoid Southampton. They want a big away day, don't they? Just anytime. It'll be on any time. David Freeman, stumbled across your channel last week, Matty. Great content. Let's push to go as far as possible. Big up the real Seville massive. I class that. We're number 4, mate. It's on my screen, pal. It's on my screen. Number 4. Port Vale at home. TV with Matty, on phone for the chat, iPad for the draw, using all tonight, all Leeds, aren't we? Yes, sir, all Leeds, aren't we? Really would take Chelsea for the derby. Smash the thumbs up. Yeah, thank you. Brian, I predict Leeds home to Southampton, Arsenal home to Chelsea, West Ham or Brentford, Man City home to Port Vale. I like these little predictions. It's mad, innit? Because we've got note to base it on. We've got absolutely nothing to base his predictions on, but we're still going to predict them anyway. Sod it. We're still going to predict them anyway because it's fun. Here we go. MOT. Here we go. I am, Danny. I am. Yeah. Thanks, Muzz. Thank you. Up the Vale. Yes, Matty, over 1,000 subscribers, over 1,000 people in it, 1,800 to be precise, pushing 2K, crazy. I'm going to skip some comments. Let's get down to the good stuff. Come on, hit those likes for Matty, he's a good lad. Thanks, Lee, much appreciated, mate. I've subscribed. Thanks, Mick, for your super chat, much appreciated, my mate. Thank you so much. Give Matty a like, guys. Cheers, Poppy. Oh, I'm nervous. Now then, that would be so kind. I've had Jer Tash and Just Joe on my channel talking music. Class that, Rad. Class. I do like me David Bowie, mate. If you are new to Matty's channel, like and subscribe. This man is amazing. Thanks, man. Thanks, Stevie. Top guy. Oh, I'm nervous. Come on, Leeds. Come on. Joe Cole. Didn't mind Joe Cole. Great player. Great show. Guernsey White. Come on, Guernsey Whites. Come on, Tony. I'm predicting West Ham. Wouldn't mind. New to the channel, says Nigel. Buddy, my missus is Jaden Bogle's cousin. Loving it. Thank you. Wow. Class that, Nigel. Thanks for that. Let me know that, buddy. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Joe Cole and Joe Hart, we're in trouble. Yeah, come on. Oh, my God. Nervous. Come on, Leeds. Let's get a good one. I love Life on Mars. That's my favourite, mate. Starman and Life on Mars, my favourite. Come on now. Come on. Number 1, Southampton. Oh. So we haven't got Arsenal. Southampton play Arsenal. So we've got Port Vale. We've got ball 2 and ball 8. Ideally. Southampton's gone. One of the favourable ties has gone, but Arsenal's gone too. Number 7, Chelsea. Chelsea away. Not number 4. Not number 4. Not number 4. Chelsea have Port Vale. Fuck off, man. Honestly, Chelsea have got Port Vale at Stamford Bridge. We've either got Man City, Liverpool, or West Ham or Brentford. It's a great tie for Port Vale. Great tie for them. They'll be buzzing. But as if Chelsea's got them. What? It's an easy passage into semis. Number 4. Number 3, Man City. Please don't be number 4. Please don't be number 4. Man City are at home against. We've got Liverpool. No. We've got West Ham or Brentford. Get him. We'll take that. We will take that. Leeds are going to play at West Ham or Brentford. We just don't know where we are. Home or away. Pick number 4. Number 4. Number 4. Number 4. Number 4. Ah, you bugger. Away to West Ham or Brentford. Leeds are away. Another away day. But it's West Ham or Brentford. Going down south regardless. It's an away game. But it's a winnable game. It is a winnable game, everyone. Leeds away to West Ham or Brentford. That concludes the tie. Oh, gutted Chelsea have got Port Vale. What do you guys think in chat? It's a winnable game. It's a winnable game. Last out again, Richard. It's a winnable game. It could have been better, yes, but it could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. Not bad at all. I'll take that. Dave, I'm like that. It could have been away to City. It could have been away to Arsenal. It could have been away to Chelsea, Liverpool. Out of all the games we could have played in terms of Premier League opposition, that is the most favourable of the lot. And the fact it's away, a little bit of a sickener, but it is what it is. We go there full of confidence that we can get something. Really, really intrigued to see how that goes tonight then now. Who would we rather have? Would we rather be playing West Ham or would we rather be playing Brentford? What's your guys' take on that? But yeah, Chelsea, honestly, away Chelsea at home to Port Vale. You couldn't make it up, could you? Say we would get the hammers, spanners. We would defo wanted it at home. Could have been a lot worse. Gutted it's away, but could have been a lot worse as Flamey, 100%. Why did they never show Joe Hart getting it? Sure. Rigged, lot you say it's rigged. I mean, it's not a bad draw. It's not a bad draw. Yeah, we'd have preferred an home tie. When that went down to that, those last 2 balls there, I think we were all fairly happy. If that had been a home tie, we'd have been all delighted with that. So it's not the best of ties, but it's certainly a winnable, achievable victory for Leeds United in that. Away in London, both winnable. I feel that to Ethan. What I will say is, I would probably rather play West Ham. They haven't been superb at home. They're in form now. But West Ham are also, fighting for survival. So if there's going to be any side that may take their eye off it a little bit, I think Brentford will go all out in FA Cup. What an opportunity for Brentford to, they've had a great season. They can really put all their eggs in the FA Cup basket. So yeah, Leeds will play. Let me just see if I can get, if there's an image of that now I can get. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I really am. Let me know what you think. I am okay with that. But at least we avoid the big 4. Well, that's it, innit? We avoided the big 4. That's how you've got to look at it. That's how you've got to look at it. I'll take that. Let's just go for it. I mean, it's definitely a game that I think Farker will fancy. I think the boys will be happy with that tie. I really do. Could be worse. I think there's luck run out in terms of avoiding another Premier League side. There's luck run out on that one. We're always going to be difficult to totally avoid that. Relax, might a winnable tie for Leeds. Yeah, it is. It is a winnable tie. Another bloody trip, London trip, 3 league and 1 cup, 4 bloody trips to London. I know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Who do we want to win? I think playing West Ham's got to be easier than playing Brentford. It's got to be. And I know we played all right down at Brentford. But surely West Ham is the tie we want. Get West Ham and get revenge from when they beat us with that offside goal. Yeah, I agree, mate. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Get to Wembley. Well, got to get the job done in London. Come on, Leeds. Yeah. Wembley. I'm not going to sing that a minute later. I'm not going to sing that. You want Brentford? I want the Hammers to win. I'm cheering on the Hammers. West Ham for the allocation. Yeah, Eddie, be a big allocation. What a big allocation there. Really will. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. I really am. So let me just change that at the bottom of the screen. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Never mind. Never mind. Leeds will play West Ham away. Let's get that ticking over bottom in case anyone's coming who isn't too sure. Leeds was so lucky. Yeah, frankly, were. I mean, that's it. You've got to look at it. You know, it was tough against Birmingham. It were really tough. We went 1-0 down at Derby as well. There's been a little bit of adversity there. We've had to come through in these games. You know, you've got no God-given right to beat anybody. And now we're, you know, one game away from Wembley, and it's a winnable game. It's a winnable game. Beat West Ham this season. Draw against Brentford. We can beat Eva Matty, but I think we will need a full side. Yeah, I think so too, Paul. I really do. I think so too. Happy with that. Could have been a lot worse. Now let's go on a run. Going into the Premiership, we have a lot of winnable games. Exactly. I do think a semi-final's on cards with that draw. I really do. There's no reason to suggest otherwise that we can't go get a semi-final, stay in the Premier League. It's a good tie. It's not the best of ties, but it's a good tie. Brentford. I think West Ham. Just because they've got more to play for in the league, and they may not be as in the cup as or as bothered about the cup as what maybe a Brentford are. But I'm just clutching at straws here. I like it. The West Ham, hopefully. Dress rehearsal for our last game of the season. Okay, with whoever. Yeah, I'm a bit like that. I aren't bothered either way, really. Michael, I will take that. Could have been worse, MOT. That's pretty much the rhetoric of all Leeds fans at the minute. It could have been worse. Could have been a hell of a lot worse, that. Have Brentford now, then beat West Ham at the end of the season. Hopefully it's not the curse of London, but I'm faithful. We will get to Wembley. Brilliant tie, MOT. We've only won once away all season, twice if you include Derby, 3 if you include Birmingham, although it was a draw and we had to use penalties, but we did get through. Winnable, but still difficult. Yeah, I'm same, guys. I want it to be on Sunday. I'm dying for it to be on Sunday. Please be on the Sunday. And then I can go. Because if it's a Saturday, I'm at a bloody wedding. I'm going to have to ask his missus if she'll change date. Hammers have to give us 9,000. How mad's that? You get 20% of ground? How crazy is that? Absolute madness. Try to see if I can find an image of the draw. Quarter-final draw. There we go. I can save that. I can bring it onto my screen then, you see. Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. Bring on Brentford and the Spanish, yeah. I'm really gutted with some ties, or like, you look at, you know, the Chelsea game, like, it's a great tie for Port Vale. Whoever Port Vale got, bar Southampton, I'd say they were going to be really happy with that. And fair play to them, you know, it's a great day out for them going to Stamford Bridge. They know they're going to get beat, they're not going to progress, but that it is what it is. But they've got a decent tie. But for Chelsea, just how spawny is that, you know, to get them at home? Under Pressure, love that. Under Pressure, Bowie and Mercury, right? On YouTube, just the vocal with the audio, the backing track, sorry, stripped back. Unbelievable. Not bad. Yeah, he's in London, innit? But you've got to back us to go there and do it. And I fully do. What a way to get over as poor league form in terms of away games. Get over that London hoodoo, then going quarter-final at FA Cup and getting through. I'm all right with that. I won't lie, when some of those balls were coming out, I was panicking, thinking we were going to get one of the big ones. It was nice for Arsenal to go early, but yeah, I was panicking there. We were going to get another big side, so it's not the end of the world. It's a bit of it's not a nightmare tie, and I was sort of looking at it thinking it was going to be a nightmare tie today. I really did. I'm just so happy we've avoided City and Arsenal, because now we can talk about it's not the easiest of ties, and, you know, London, or we can talk about that. We can. But imagine if it had been City or Arsenal, would have been totally. There we go. Look, there's the draw on the right hand side. So we'd have been talking a lot differently if we'd have got Arsenal or City, wouldn't we? So the quarter-final draw were concluded. Southampton at home to Arsenal. So in my bold predictions, it will be Arsenal that progress. Chelsea at home to Port Vale. Chelsea will progress. Liverpool and City, obviously, at the Etihad. Great tie. Feisty one, tasty one. Harder to predict. But I would say City. And then Leeds versus either the Hammers or the Bees. So we'll have to see how that goes later tonight. But in the semi-final, if we get there, we're going to be playing either Arsenal, Chelsea, City, or Liverpool. So either way, it's going to be tough in the semi. A lot of people have been to Wembley to see Leeds a few times, and it never usually ends well, and maybe that could happen again. But let's get there first, and we've got a tie that gives us an opportunity to do that. Almost guaranteed a big six side if we go through, though. Yeah, well, we are that. We're guaranteed one now, aren't we? My West Ham son just said he will try to get tickets. Class. April 4th and 5th. Yeah, I want it to be 5th. People saying the cup is a distraction. We are clueless. Players are on 100 grand away. Yeah, Lloyd. It does me head in how, you have footballers who apparently they can't play a couple of times a week and stuff. But it is what it is, isn't it? I understand injuries. I remember Rodrigo coming on for a few minutes in FA Cup under Jesse. I'm not too sure it was actually. And he got injured and they were uproar because why did you risk him? So these are things that happen. But it's a favourable tie for us. It really is. Not the best, but not the worst. Leeds have a terrible record in the FA Cup, to be honest. They do, but we play 3 games and it's going pretty well so far. So I'm happy with that truth. I really am. I'm not gonna be more than that. Still 1,200 here in the building. Thanks so much for watching. Smash it a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Is that Dino? You made my son's day. Dino, who I met at Ellen Road. If it is, I'm buzzing, mate. Yeah. No, you made my day coming up and speaking to me, mate. Made my day. So, yeah. Buzzing. Buzzing, mate. Thanks so much for coming up for the chat. We've avoided all the landmines of the draw, but could have done with a home fixture. Yeah, that's the only downside, I think, Teague, when you look at it. A home tie against either of them, Tom, we'd be really buoyant. We'd be bouncing, thinking, we've got a massive chance here. Whereas now it's like, yeah, it's not a bad tie. Our backers to beat them, but with it being in London, with it being away from home, it definitely takes a little bit off that. But like I say, City and Arsenal for me would have been a dead. We've done at that point. Game over. You're not going to get through. And I know I'm a very positive fan. That anyone who watches me regular, I back us most weeks. But it would have been tough to be facing, any of those bigger sides. So the fact we've got favourable tie, but the catches, you've got to go to their backyard and play. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm just on Spurs site asking them who they drew. I'm not. Paul, you little mixer. Love it, my mate. I love that. As if you're on a Spurs site. We've just drawn FA Cup and you're on Spurs site mixing it. Love it. Got to love it. You've absolutely got to love that. So funny, mate. Imagine the Leeds Chelsea final, revenge for 1970 when I cried. He made mine, Dino. He made mine. JT says, hi, Matty lad. Hey up, JT, and hey up, Arse Ripper. Hope you're both good. Man City will win the FA Cup, I think, with Arsenal winning Prem and Carabao. Don't rule out Leeds, truth. Do not rule out Leeds. We are Wembley. I want it to be proper Wembley. Shall I do it? Wembley. We're the famous Leeds United. We're off to Wembley. Wembley. It's on. It is on. If we want the cup, we have to play the big ones. Take each tie as it comes. Yeah, of course, you can't. I mean, I've never really allowed myself to think of winning it. I'm just looking at it like, can we get to Wembley? That's where my head's at. Can we get to Wembley? And that's good enough for me. Stay in the Premier League this season and get to Wembley. I'm not going to look any further ahead than that. That will be a fantastic season for Farker, for the club, for us as fans. We'd be absolutely delighted with that. The FA Cup for us has been a running joke for years. It's just, we never really want to have a go at it because we're always either, trying for promotion, try to stay in the division, or we're middle table championship fodder who has, no right in getting past second or third round and we get beat by Towie and all sorts. It's been a shocker. It's just really nice. It puts a smile on my face to see Leeds sort of take it seriously. I think the sides we've put out in all 3 fixtures have shown that, we care about the competition. We put some value to the competition. And Leeds, I think, have been very professional and got through. Yeah, you got to get a bit of luck along the way. Some favourable draws, fairly favourable again. Penalty shootout. These things happen on a cup run, but it's been really nice to see Leeds take it, I think, seriously to a degree. And now, due to that, to our merit, to our credit, we're in a quarter final with, a side that whoever we face will fancy beating. Really will. A good draw for Leeds. What do you think? Yeah, Bowling. If I had to pick a team to play Bowling, I'd pick West Ham. I'd rather play West Ham. I know they're in form, but Brentford have had a great season. And I sort of look at it and think West Ham are fighting for their lives. If somebody else a bit like Leeds, maybe, who knows where we'll be when we play this game. Hopefully we'll still be 3, if not more points ahead of West Ham. And I think we will be, to be honest. If West Ham get beat by City this weekend, which I think they will, maybe they're scrapping for their lives at the minute. They're playing really well, and a lot of people are tipping them to get out of it. Me too, maybe. But Brentford can put all their eggs in the FA Cup basket. West Ham maybe can't. So, I said earlier, I'm clutching. But what would allocation be at London Stadium? Someone's probably already said it further down, Paul. Well, I've caught up to be fair. It's usually, is it 15% of stadium? Someone said 9,000 earlier, Paul. It might be somewhat similar to that. Very strange, Clive. Very strange to still be in FA Cup and have this fat lad from Leeds with a dodgy bucket hat on sat in front of you guys talking about it because we're still in it. And I'm only doing this because I'm excited about it. I want to see Leeds play more football games. I want to see Leeds win something. I don't want to. I'm asked. I want to see us progress in FA Cup. I want to see us get to Wembley. I want to get to Wembley myself and watch our boys have a crack. Because you don't get many chances to get to a final. I know it's not a final or a semi, or you don't get too many chances as a footballer, as a fan, especially unless you're one of the, cash-rich, oil-rich clubs, fans of those clubs. We're Leeds United, massive, huge club. Being bloody cast aside, shit on, pissed on from a huge height, to be fair, for years. Maybe this is our time for a little bit of something good. Maybe this is our time to get to Wembley and have a crack. Maybe this is our time to win a fucking trophy. I said it. Why not? Wigan won FA Cup once. Didn't they go down with it but Wigan won FA Cup once. Leicester won FA Cup. There might be League One next season. Why can't we win FA Cup? Why not? We're going to have to play one of the big boys next. I haven't lost to Liverpool this season. Fantastic against Chelsea. Not lost to them either. Man City, very cruelly lost both games. But my God, you play those 2 games over and over and we win a couple of them. There's only Arsenal you look at. And I think to win the FA Cup, you've got to play Arsenal. You've got to play Arsenal for me. But we're still in the act. We're still in the cup. We still have a chance. Come on, Leeds! I'm excited. We missed the 4 I wanted to miss. Sod it. We're still in there. More lights. We're on our way to a much-needed cup. Quarterfinals in 98, was it? Losing to a team from the league below. Wolves. What's this say? Jordana, the tie scheduled right after the international break with a full week before the next games. I think either West Ham or Brentford will feel top 11s. Yeah, that's it. You see, it's not like we've got to play the FA Cup game, midweek. It'll be a weekend again, either side of a week, either side before games. So, yeah, you could get an injury, but it's not like we're flogging players. I aren't going to moan about watching my team play more games. Bowen is playing. Yeah, there you go. Be 6,000 at Brentford. Still a decent allocation either way, but you get more at London Stadium, don't you? West Ham packed out tonight. We will get to the semis. I love that, Chris. I love it. Why not? Matt Leeds. You hoping when we win, Man City and Arsenal get each other, but just want Wembley or pray for an upset? Yeah, that's it, mate. Ideally, you wanted them to get each other tonight, but it hasn't happened. But yeah, I say we've sort of dodged another bullet there. It's not the easiest of games, but it's definitely one. There's no way Will Farken not fancy his chance in that game. Like I say, it's sort of the momentum of the FA Cup and the excitement. And I'm not saying it's hysteria yet. I think it'll go up a level if we get to Wembley and we beat them. But that would have been shot down today if we'd have got City or Arsenal. And there would have been a few. There would have been who going, we're not. And I'd have tried to put a positive spin on it, like, yeah, we can do it. Come on, it's 11 against 11. The human beings are not robots. We've all got a chance. But I'd have been kidding myself a little bit. I think the whole momentum and it would have shifted. It really would have done where there's still, it's not even a glimmer of hope. It's a 50-50 game for me, this. Whoever we play, it's a 50-50 game. Leeds can go and win that game. They can. The scenes if Liverpool beat Arsenal. Yeah, imagine if we get another Port Vale Sunderland sort of debacle. Imagine. We'll have just played Brentford before the international break. Yeah, we will, yeah. I love Farker's attitude towards the FA Cup. It's been a breath of fresh air. Yeah, no, it has. He speaks really well about it, Ian. I love the fact we've taken it seriously. Yeah, we've rotated the squad. You've got to, but we don't have a massive squad. We haven't. Let's be fair, Ian. I've seen a lot of people on when I've been doing these shows, right, and lives. A lot of people commenting saying, do you think they'll put kids out, Matt? Do you think they'll put Cresswell in? Do you think, before Harry Gray went out, do you think Harry Gray will get a run? Loads of kids. We've got some really good, talented youngsters at Leeds. 3 or 4 doing really well at that level. You've loaned a few out too, obviously, since. But we haven't done that. We haven't stuck any, Sam Chambers. We haven't stuck anybody in from the youth, which we have done in the past. And, maybe we could have done. But he's taken it seriously. He really has taken it seriously, as Farker. And I think you saw yesterday at Ellen Road, the boys are buzzing to be in the hat. And I think the whole club will be, internally, will be very, very happy with that draw. 100%. Some of those I mentioned, Isaac. Calling it Southampton, rematch in the semis. Imagine Somerville scores to end our run. Yeah, imagine. Loving the positivity tonight. You know me, Top Banana. You know me. I'm thrilled with that draw. I'm thrilled. Port Vale must be absolutely delighted with that. I mean, they beat Bristol City. They've just beaten Sunderland, and now they get to go to Stamford Bridge. What an away day that is for Port Vale. What an away day. They'll get 6,000 tickets or whatever. If they want it, whether they can take 6,000 or not, I don't know. But what a fantastic tie for Port Vale. I made up for them. That's the reward they get for beating Sunderland. The reward is Chelsea away. Yes, they're going to go out, but what a reward it is for them. I'm just annoyed that Chelsea gets such an easy route into semis. Bloody hate Chelsea. Hate them. We'll play Brentford twice, either side of the international break. If they, we will, Luke. Yeah. I've just sort of twigged that. Yeah, we will, mate. It shows how good our squad is. People saying we don't have a strong squad are talking rubbish. Yeah, I agree. It's a small squad, Clive, but I do think it's a decent squad. I really do. But it's a small squad, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Missed the draw tonight. Was we drawn last game? We were, Tom. We came out of the hat last, mate. We did. Obviously, after the City ball came out, there were only 3 balls, and I was like, oh, Liverpool come out the hat, and then, we were hoping ball 4 got drew first, but it didn't. It got drew last. It's what happens. Bro, how about the semi-final? How about it, Michael? How about it? Are we off? Are we off, mate? As an Arsenal fan, I'm happy, but we can't take South. Yeah, I mean, it's away from home. Does that make it trickier? Maybe, but I think I understand what you mean, Dom. You've got to, have your head screwed on and not take all for granted. Anything can happen in football, but let's be fair. You'll be fine. You had a decent little tie against Mansfield. I thought Mansfield handled it really well. Quality showed at the end. As a decent game with a wiki, obviously. But yeah, Southampton, I think you'll dispatch Southampton fairly easily. I really do. As far as I'm concerned, says Truth, if you're in the Prem, you should take FA Cup serious. You play 8 fewer games in the league than the lower league, so less time. That's how I see it, mate. I watch Leeds less now because there's less games in Premier League than I did in Championship. Take the FA Cup. You know what I'll say, right? I'm bothered. I'd love to see Leeds lift any cup, any trophy, obviously, right? I understand the Carabao Cup doesn't have the history and the sort of like prestige that the FA Cup does. But I'll tell you what, I'd still want us to go with Carabao Cup. But I understand when people talk about, cups and prioritising league. The Carabao Cup I can sort of go along with a little bit. But the FA Cup, man, it just holds so much meaning. So much meaning. Massive history at the club too. I was hoping more of the big four would be. Yeah, exactly. The Chelsea ones really pissed me off, I ain't going to lie. But for Port Vale, I'm happy. Bro, how about the semi-final? Yeah, I think we'll get there. I think we get there. The FA Cup draw now is a farce, not like the old days in the black velvet bag and anybody drawing. It's Shaw, Joe Cole looked down to make sure West Ham or Brentford was at home. I'm not too sure on that, mate, for me, but Ampadu would love a parade. He would. He said that already, hasn't he? He would love a parade. TNT are confident West Ham or Brentford will sail through to the semis. Let's show them, pal. Oh, really? Is that what they're saying, Rob? Are they saying it's an easy fixture against little old Leeds? Is that what they're saying? Always last out the Arthur. I hate to think this, but imagine Hammers knocks us out the cup and then out of the Premier last day. Muzz, don't think it then, mate. Don't put that out in the ether. I shouldn't have even read that comment out, Muzz. That what happened, mate. I mean, who are we getting in the semi-final? Arsenal, I mean. Right, so let's say, well, for me, we're either getting City, Chelsea or Arsenal. Chelsea. Man, honestly, now that'd be obviously the dream would be Southampton and Port Vale win and maybe Liverpool, but beat West Ham. I think West Ham might win tonight. Beat West Ham, Chelsea at Wembley in semis. Come on. I want Chelsea. I want West Ham. Tom, I want West Ham. Exactly, Clive. Exactly. Funny thing, if it's West Ham and we send them down, Grayson prioritised the Johnson Paint Trophy over the league. He did, to be fair, Clive. He went for it, didn't he? No, I don't think so, Lloyd. A lot of people saying that. I'm not too sure. Michael, looking forward to seeing you and your boy video if you manage to get to the quarters. Say, it needs to be Sunday. It has to be Sunday. If not, I need to ferry Theo off with somebody else to take him to the game because he needs to go. He's been to every round and we've won, so he needs to get there. Once show the grandkids a Johnson Paint Trophy medal, yeah, dirty Leeds. Right then, guys, I'm going to leave it there. We've been going an hour. Thanks so much. Record numbers today hit nearly 2,000 people in the stream, which were crazy. Do us a favour if you don't mind. Smash a like on your way out. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I could talk to you guys all day, but we'll leave it for another day. I'm happy with the draw. Not ecstatic. Can Leeds make the semi-final? You bet we chuffing can. West Ham to get through tonight. Leeds to play West Ham, in my opinion. But yeah. Let me see. Let me get last few comments. Tell you what, big lad, this could end up being a season to remember. Survival and the cup. Wow, exactly. All boxed up. Thanks, Mike. No, thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. VAR needed. Low feels for me. Thanks, Mike. Honestly, thanks so much for everyone tuning in. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love you all. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Come on.